Hey guys, First Regardsman here, and I'll be talking about a heroic bolt sniper rifle build for the sniper class in Space Marine 2 Patch 12. Now, the main idea behind this build is just pure damage, so I will be taking things like targeted shot, marksmanship, and vantage point, and the heroic bolt sniper already has some of the best single target damage in the entire game, if not the best, because of the times 10 headshot multiplier here, and the heroic perk effect replenishing hit. After performing a headshot, one round is automatically reloaded into the weapon, so basically, as long as you hit your headshots on this gun, you will never run out of ammo. But that being said, you will also not benefit at all in this weapon from perks like reload restoration or perks like versatile precision that will give you back ammunition to your primary. The only way to ammo regen on this gun is through this perk effect, so just keep that in mind. Now, for the perk tree here, I do start off with the perk Remote Threat. Enemies at a distance of more than 25 meters take 20% more damage. Being 25 meters away from an enemy on a bolt sniper rifle actually happens quite a bit in this game, so it's actually a very strong perk. And the next perk here is also topped here with the perk Survival Instinct. When your health is below 30%, you will deal 25% more damage. Being below 30% HP on a sniper is not the worst thing in the entire game, mainly because you do have perk effects like Persistence or Conviction if you want to use them, and they will give you a huge damage reduction, or even stuff like Purification lets you get back all of your CHP, so a very strong option here as well. The next perk here is Adamantine Grip, up here into the perk Finisher Reload, and then we pick up the perk here Unwavering Resolve. After reloading while having low ammo, damage increases by 25% for 5 seconds. This will trigger sometimes, doesn't trigger like too often to be honest, as long as you're actually hitting your headshots, but it's not the worst perk ever, and I do think it's better than the perk down here, Fast Reload. Next perk here is Headhunter for 10% more headshot damage, into the perk Increased Capacity to give us one more round in our ammo reserve, and the final perks here are Strong Start, first round of magazine deals 25% more damage, into the perk Cleaving Fire and Recoupment. Killing a Majora's level or higher enemy with a headshot with this weapon restores an armor segment. The cooldown is 15 seconds. Getting armor back instantaneously off of a single shot with this gun, because you will one-shot Majora's with this weapon pretty much every time, is incredible. It's already one of the best perks in the entire game. It's even better here. Now, the perk over here, Strong Start, this damage bonus will be up like 24/7 if you hit your shots, because as long as you keep hitting your headshots, you will have the first round of your magazine the entire time, so it's like basically a 25% damage buff that's permanent, so really good there. And that's pretty much all there is for the bolt sniper rifle. And for the secondary here, I do take the standard heroic bolt pistol, mainly because of the 3-round burst mechanic here, which does actually give us back all the shots we need to trigger things like Pattern of Excellence for Melt Bomb spam. That is the main reason I take this weapon. Also, the other reason is because we have a Raven Guard champion skin here that does suppress the weapon. I think this thing is actually pretty cool, and I am playing an Acropolis Hogs. Now, for the perk tree here, I do take Perpetual Precision first, moving here into the perk Headhunter. Then I pick up the perk Gunstrike Reload, Increased Capacity, Headhunter again, into the most important perk here, Elite Hunter. After killing a Majora's level or higher enemy with a melee weapon, headshots will deal 50% more damage for 10 seconds. This perk is incredible. Just keep in mind, you do have to have the weapon equipped to trigger this. It can also trigger off of a melee execute, not just a melee weapon kill, though if you swap off your gun, you will lose the effect, which does kind of suck, but just keep that in mind. Next perk here is Headhunter, down here into the perk Extended Magazine, and the final perk is Divine Might, and that's pretty much all there is for this weapons tree. Now, if you want to take the heroic bolt pistol on the heavy bolt pistol option, or just any heavy bolt pistol, you could build it this way, and for the Inferno pistol, I would set up this way. You know, that is all up to you. I'm just taking this one for me. Now, for my melee weapon selection here, I do take the brand new heroic combat knife Argent Edge. In my opinion, this is currently the best fencing weapon in Space Marine 2, mainly because it will stagger any enemy on the first attack in their chain. That means a triple Ravener combo. You will stagger them on the first parry and get a gunstrike opportunity. Same thing for Lictors, same things for like a melee Terminator. That is incredibly helpful, because the number one way you die in this game usually is that you get frame trapped into like a triple melee Terminator hit or a triple Ravener hit. So really good option there. And the heroic perk effect is called Scathing Retort. The riposte window is shorter, but each riposte deals damage. All this does is give you damage on your perfect parry, and the parry window here feels more like a block weapon with a fencing effect. So really not too bad at all. And for the perk tree, I do take Armor Strength first. If your armor remaining, melee damage increases by 10%. Moving here into the perk Sharp Impact, right and left Skull Crusher AoE radius increases by 50%. I think this does help you quite a bit on like fighting the Minoru swarms and stuff like that. Down here, I don't think this perk is worth taking a ton on this option, mainly because this knife is not very fast, so like stacking up multiple heavy attacks doesn't really happen that much, so I do pick up this one instead. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength and Perpetual Strength for a 10% melee damage increase. And then I grab the perk here, Combined Onslaught for more light attack damage, into the perk Tide of Battle, Shoulder Bash, into the perk here Reeling Blow, and the final perk I take is Terminus Slayer for like a little bit more boss damage, mainly for my light combos. And that's pretty much all there is for the melee weapon. Now for the Sniper perk tree, I do start off with the perk here, Melee. Now for the Sniper's perk tree, I do start off with the perk Melee Mastery first. Melee damage increases by 20% against Majora's level and higher enemies. This is one of the best melee perks in the entire game. It is a 20% multiplicative melee damage buff to anything Majora's and higher. That is a lot of value for a single perk, especially in this column where Block Break and Medicae Adept are not very strong at all, so I do prefer it here for sure. Next perk is Vantage Point. Remaining stationary for 2 seconds increases your ranged weapons damage by 20%. This is a nice little damage buff and also quite easy to pull off with the perk over here, Lingering Concealment. After performing an attack that breaks Camo Cloak, you remain hidden for 2 seconds. These two work together pretty well because basically you go into your cloak, you just immediately get out of it and use those 2 seconds to set a Vantage Point and shoot them in the head. That may not be like the most practical thing ever for some people, but still pretty decent. Next perk here is Iron Grip. Weapon spread and recoil reduced by 20%, and range damage against Terminus level enemies is increased by 15% for both sniper rifles and stalker bolt rifles. Well, both sniper rifles are us, and this column has no other option for this build anyway, so definitely grab this. Next perk here is Marksmanship. Headshot damage increases by 10% for all team members. Into the perk down here, Renewal. A headshot kill restores Camo Cloak's charge by 15%. You know, the only two like top combos here are Marksmanship and Renewal, or Squad Renewal and Purification, and like maybe even Renewal on top of that. But if you want to go Purification for like a little bit more survivability, you can do that. I would just make sure to pick up Squad Renewal because otherwise your Camo Cloak is very limited by comparison. But I'm going here for max damage today on Marksmanship and Renewal. Next perk is Targeted Shot. The first range attack that breaks Camo Cloak deals 75% more damage. Moving here to the perk Lingering Concealment for the reasons I previously mentioned. Into the final perk here, Pattern of Excellence. Performing 3 consecutive headshots restores equipment charge by 1. The cooldown is 30 seconds. This is the main source of horde clear on this build. When you find a Melt-A-Bomb and you're able to spam it every 30 seconds, that will solve like most warrior and chaos spawn issues for you, so really good for that, which is why I pick it up here. And that's pretty much all there is for the main perk tree. For my prestige perks, I take Emperor's Grace first. When Camo Cloak activates, you become invulnerable to damage for 2 seconds. This is one of the best utility perks in the entire game. Invulnerability in Space Marine 2 makes it so you phase through enemy attacks on top of taking no damage from them. So if you hit your Q button or like whatever your class ability button is on your console, you get this like 2 seconds of invulnerability here, you'll be able to just like phase through a Carnifex hit, be able to like charge up a Shadow Stab and a Power Gladius or something like that. Really good option and pretty much good on any build. Next perk here is Indomitable Spirit. While performing a gun strike, you don't lose control of heavy hits and cannot be knocked back. Into the perk here, Conviction for damage reduction, and the final perk, Exacting Focus. After a gun strike, you deal 20% more range damage for 10 seconds. This is already an incredible perk, but with the Argent Edge, it is even better because you get gun strikes even more on this weapon, so really good synergy there, and that is pretty much all there is for this build, guys. The Heroic Bolt Sniper Rifle is one of the heaviest hitting weapons this entire game. You will mince Zoanthropes and Neurothropes on this weapon. That's one of the reasons I like taking it in general, and hopefully this build guide helped you. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more, and as always, thank you for watching, take it easy, bye.
They shall not see. Their numbers are no match for our trade. Reloading. Stealth ready. Emilio line engaged. Emilio line cloak ready. Synaptic servant slaughtered. There is a sniffing around us. Active. Neurothrope. Aim for that.
The paid actor Neurothrope.
The
That
lictor
was
stood
cool.
no chance. They shall not see me. Stealth. Filthy burrower eliminated. Fester and rot. Sea of abomination.
Why have the last 2 hard weeklies been so easy? Because they just are. Probably because they know there are new players coming. Or there are new players in the game. The game's been on sale for like a straight month. That probably has something to do with it.
Unseen, I stalk my target. Chameleoline cloak ready. Alien bioform eliminated.
God, this gun is so satisfying. That's even okay versus Chaos. You just kind of have to be like a little more careful when it comes to the Chaos spawn.
They shall not see.
Thing.
Active camouflage charged. Inserting fresh magazine.
Okay. Name of the game, Space Marine 2. Love that bolt pistol skin so much. It's kind of made it like impossible to take off. I'm curious what they'll do next.
I have eyes on the guard camp. No sentries posted.
Like, what's the next game they'll do? Or a thing?
Captain Akaran. No signs of life at the Astra Militarum camp. Human life, anyway.
Talassa, you need to require the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise.
Just personnel files here. Line cloak ready.
Okay. Whoa.
Chameleoline
Bang.
engaged. Hostile backup on the way. There will be no aid for our stealth ready. Soldiers around here probably has the codes. Active camouflage charged. Zone group, coordinate fire. Unseen, I stalk my target. Tyranids have no. Chameleoline cloak ready. They shall not see me. One of the soldiers around here probably has the codes. Active camouflage charged.
Why is it so peak? Why is it so peak, chat?
Let us hope that Tyranids did not our demolition codes.
Dude, the Bolt looks so fun with this build. I'm so torn what to play in the Cyphers. Is it as strong as level 10? When is the apology video coming out? You're the second guy asking. What am I apologizing for? The second time someone's asked me when the apology video is coming. Which one? Did I show him the Bolt Cypher?
Nothing spotted.
Probably did.
Demolition codes here. Captain, codes retrieved.
Proceed to the Prometheum refinery and complete the demolition preparations.
Hey, FTG, I need the drip after the mission if you don't mind. I do mind.
Chameleoline.
You mean like the drip I'm wearing right now? It's actually a really basic fit. This is like only Mark 6 Corvette, Corax.
Ready.
Oh, shit.
I am a phantom of death. Active camouflage charged. Readying next volley.
Perfect.
Amelioline cloak activated. Frag grenade deployed.
I suck with the heroic Vault Sniper. Maybe if I took my time relearning the controls on mouse and keyboard, would be better.
Amelioline cloak.
Probably. I mean, I've never used this on control. There's a lot of fucking Hormagaunts. What the fuck? Bang.
Tyranny.
Bang.
No mind for tactics. Stealth ready. They shall not sin. Active camouflage charge. Grenade out. Changing magazine. Unseen ice stop my target. Only twitching Xenos carapace. Amelioline cloak ready.
Oh, perfect.
Amelioline cloak activated.
Look how fast they move. Bang.
Stealth ready. Focus fire on the Tyranid gunbeast. Gunbeast is no more.
Oh, that's robbery. HP robbery.
Inserting fresh magazine.
Absolute fucking robbery.
Precisely what we
Citations will be written. I think you go to jail for that. How do you not get bored after 4K hours? I love the game, man. Sometimes you ops with randoms that have unlocked everything. Aha.
Our orders are clear. Advance.
I just like games, dude. Autism.
No hindrance remains. Never seen Promethean in the core. Hope it burns all the same. Amelioline engaged. Changing magazine.
I miss.
Active camouflage charged.
Is Acropolis sauce with the Raven Guard cape, Raven Guard right shoulder pad? It's not. This is a Raven. This is a Rift Stalker, not a Raven. Not a what do you call them? Necropolis Hawks. We play it a lot. I understand the confusion, but I assure you,
They shall not.
this is a Stalker of Rifts.
Amelioline cloak ready. Their numbers are no match for our training. Reloading.
Will you reach 40,000 hours? That would take many moons to accomplish.
Readying next volley. Stealth ready. Tyranids have no eye for tactics. They shall not see. Active camouflage charged.
I would do that if this game actually had content for it, probably for 40,000 hours. I mean, this game doesn't realistically have content for 4,000 hours anyways, that's like the outfits, but if they kept making content for it for like 20 years, yeah, maybe. Like 10 years or something, but I doubt that's happening.
Talassa, the Cadians are running out of time. How close are you to the Promethean facility?
We
Oh,
have
okay.
reached the objective.
Oh, unblockable.
No enemy reinforcements will interrupt. Emilio line cloak ready. A Xenos stealth beast tries to ambush us. Never lost sight of that one. Our adversaries are keen to lose it. We have silenced the call for reinforcements. Rearming. Active camouflage.
I don't believe his
charge.
lies. This is a Necrohawk. It's not a Necro. Look, it doesn't even have the fucking thing.
We cannot backtrack.
It's the wrong pauldron, chat. That's 4 years. Well, I mean, if I got 10,000 hours.
Impressive.
Use the codes
Let's see, it took me around, if we're counting PTS, it took me well over a year to hit 4,000 hours on this game.
you know what is good
Like a year and a half. So it'd probably take me like, I don't know, 15 years or so. Hit 40,000 hours on this game. If I was playing it like this, which I like almost certainly will not be in like 10 years.
Seen that I stopped my target. Stealth ready. Their numbers are no match for our trading. Time to get to work, machine.
Rites of activation have been observed. The generators hum in the machine god's name. Crane's
40k hours is the equivalent of 1,600 days. Yeah. Days. Sounds like a weak number, really.
Hostiles heading to generator 3. Active.
biological accumulation generator 3. Probable
Especially since Space Marines will be out long before then. That too, yeah. That's a huge part. And, like, I doubt Space Marine 3 is gonna last for 10 years. Space Marine 4.
Emilio line cloak ready.
No, we're just doing it. We're doing it. We're melting the whole guns. I don't care.
They shall not see me.
Status aligned. By the Omnissiah's will.
Does that mean it is close to finished? I think not. It dug its own grave. So generator 4 has their attention. Stealth ready.
Yeah, Space Marine 3 is coming in 2029, so it's gonna be a while. Or at the earliest, it's coming 2029.
I should have this thing calibrated on
Dismantling of generator 4.
Who knows? Maybe by 2029, I will have played so much Space Marine 2 that I'm actually too burnt to play Space Marine 3 and care. Maybe I'll be like, maybe I'll be a Total War 40k trader by then. Realistically, though, no. I will just be playing Space Marine 3. Okay. Even if I stopped my whole channel, I'd still come back to Space Marine 3. Like, why wouldn't I?
alien biobomb. Inserting fresh magazine. Camelio line cloak ready. Camelio, they fail in their quest for aid.
Are you gonna try Dawn of War 4 out or other 40k games? Probably.
Camelio line cloak activated.
Deployment sequence concluded. Now there is logged under the Omnissiah's watchful law.
Thank you for the 5 FTG memberships, Justin.
Command.
Very much, brother.
Emperor, it is done.
There is an observation platform overlooking the Cryptomethium fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
$4K hours in a year. In 2 years, I have 600. Can't teach Rousseau, though. You're too good. Well, Game hasn't been out for 2 years, has it? It's about to be. This September.
Take all you can carry.
Favorite heroic weapon aesthetic-wise?
Our orders are clear. Advance.
Great question. Probably the Xenophase. I mean, it's kind of hard not to pick the Xenophase blade.
Readying next volley. I am a phantom of death. Stealth ready. Hostile backup on the way. Emilio line cloak ready.
Body shot the end there. It's funny. Oh, he's coming around the corner. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get him. You ain't Terminator. You ain't Arnold.
Active camouflage charge.
That Enraged Devourer earlier, though. The one that, like, rounded the corner and one-shot me. That was just the Terminator when Sarah Connor's in the one thing. The psych ward.
Inserting fresh magazine.
If you had to worship a Chaos God, who would it be? Oh god. Nurgle. I was saying I probably enjoy having, like, you know, a common cold and stuff. That was a name Devourer. It really was. What was he called? We'll never know. He's dead. Actually, no, he's alive somewhere out there.
Emilio line engaged.
I'm dead.
Stealth ready. Alien bioform eliminated. Changing magazine.
Well, true, not 2 years yet. Was learning the patterns for Chaos enemies harder than Tyranids for you too? I hate the Terminator with the sword and hated all the Chaos spawns. Actually easier initially because there were fewer enemies on Chaos. Chaos spawn didn't come out until like September.
Run distraction efforts as long as you can.
If there is one
Last
thing I know,
year.
Lieutenant, it is how to pin down an enemy.
I will hold you to it.
If you could add any weapon, what would you add? I'm actually gonna do a video on this eventually of like what I want to see in the game. Lightning Claws is #1, but like what do I want that's gonna be realistic? I want the Greatsword they were talking about, Calibanite Greatsword, or like a two-handed Eviscerator. I don't want more guns. I think the ranged combat in Space Marine 2 is pretty boring. I want a gigantic two-handed Greatsword that I can just chop people in half with. And like when I say chop in half, I mean I want the animation to be literally chopping guys in half. Nothing else really does that in this game, you know what I mean? Like we kind of have it with the chainsword. But I want a proper in half.
Active camouflage.
You feel me? Chat, surely we all understand the need for chopping in half. Personally, really want Stormbolt gauntlets. That's definitely a good choice if you like range weapons, but like I'm tired of the I mean we don't have a ton of amazing range weapons to add left, right? There's like a grav cannon, grav pistol, storm bolter.
It would make a dent.
What else? Like stubbers? I mean, fuck, a lot of people didn't even know last fusils existed until this game.
Objective on the other side.
Chain Axe and Lightning Claws are your top two. I don't give a fuck about Chain Axe. You already have a Power Axe, good enough for me. I want a heavy Eviscerator chain sword.
And have eyes on the target, Captain.
Dig in. We need that bomb triggered.
What's
for
your
up to
favorite
wheel.
Warhammer lore? Favorite
Scan
lore?
estimates the
That's a
bulk
good
of the swarm
question.
will not be in position
I like
for
the Dark Age
fire.
technology. I like the fact like the God Emperor was like kind of just a guy during the Dark Age technology. It was just like just a guy. But compared to what he is now, or was during the Heresy, he was kind of just like, he was
Picking them off.
one perpetual in humanity that was gathering knowledge in that time period. I mean, he was definitely a notable member of humanity, but whatever, you know, he wasn't the only one. from the way they make it sound, that had like incredibly potent technology. He's just one of the only people that survived long enough to use it in the modern era.
Stealth ready.
That's right, chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's how it went, but like, the God Emperor is a very strong individual. He didn't really get OP until he stole power directly from the warps as a Psyker. He was just like Malkador pretty much. Or like a bit stronger than Malkador before that. Once he went to Planet Warp Energy and he robbed the Chaos Gods of some power, he became like actually
Active camouflage charged.
fucking OP.
Tyrannies have no time for tactics.
Still the powers made the Primarchs on Molech. Yes, he also got powerful himself on top of that. Became like an absolute god tier Psyker. But the biggest benefit of the God Emperor of Mankind, the thing I like about the God Emperor of Mankind, when we talk about humanity, is that as much as we talk about psychic bullshit, a lot of the things that humanity's done in 40k is because we just have like absolutely ridiculous levels of genetic engineering. Like Space Marines are just genetically engineered people, or not genetically engineered people, but you know, they're the product of humanity's genetic engineering and like warp trickery and such. But more importantly, Custodes are almost like 100% a result of human ingenuity. As fucked up as they may be, what they are. We just made super soldiers. And we made them good enough to fight every other, to fight pretty much every alien race we've had to.
Changing magazine. Abelio line cloak active.
I always like that about sci-fi series in general. When you have a bunch of characters, or I like this about Halo as well. Like humanity in Halo is not really OP. They're just but they are humanity.
Stealth ready.
Like humanity in Warhammer 40k are not OP compared to other factions. All the problems of humanity are still there. It's just that we're in space now, and our natural like and the whole, you know, this is a pretty common trope of like human ingenuity. Sorry if I'm repeating myself here. I'm trying to deny home guns, but
Unseen ice of white heart.
The swarm
Point
is
is,
almost fully committed. Be ready for my
human
mark.
ingenuity is a big trope in sci-fi series because the idea is like, oh, there's something different about humans. Like that's half the fun. I like it when it's not taken too far, where it's like, okay, yeah, humans kind of suck compared to Eldari on like a basic level, but like we made the God Emperor, they didn't. They got made by old ones.
Abelio line cloak.
ST babies to the last. And that's why they deserve to die. Only test tube babies get to live in 40k, according to the Imperium, are Custodes. They're only kind of test tube babies. Or Primarchs, or literally. They're, I guess Primarchs are literally a test tube baby now.
Stealth ready.
Point is, fuck Eldari.
Changing magazine.
We also don't trust ourselves in machines, therefore we turn ourselves into machines. Yeah, I mean, we probably could have skipped that part, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the whole, like, abominable intelligence shit and, like, no AI. I understand, like, the no AI portion for the most part, but, like, I also think a lot of things could be, you could probably go halfway, right? You don't have to make Men of Iron. You could also just not have a fucking human skull operate your door. That seems like it's also an option. A sniper missile launcher that they really have a ton of explosive weaponry in this game.
This is Scipio's objective combat.
Tyranid biosites down 90% and falling.
Bro, I just sold the Hard Weekly. Just want to say thank you. Your bid's really helped. I read the good, man. And congratulations.
Active camouflage charge.
Thunderhawk arriving at evac point. Ramp down and ready.
Go,
I've seen hate on the
go.
Hero Power
This
Fist. Why
place
is that?
falling
I mean,
apart.
it's not bad. It's very good. It's just very easy.
Extraction complete.
And it's like good in the opposite way
Returning to orbit.
of the other ones.
Commendable work, brothers. You honor your chapter.
I love the servitor that heals me in Dark Tide. That shit is funny. Damn, he did it. Like a lot of range damage.